The stars were bleeding. One by one, they blinked out like candles in a storm. Entire systems vanished without warning, swallowed in silence. Not a trace left. No distress calls, no survivors. Nothing. Just darkness. The gods, the ancient ones, who shaped galaxies and walked among starfire, were afraid. And if even they were afraid, then what chance did we have? The Galactic Council held its final meeting in the ruins of Virelion Prime, under the shattered glass dome that once watched over a thriving world. The few remaining leaders argued, shouted, begged. Nothing worked. No strategy, no weapon, no alliance had stopped the threat. That was when Ambassador Kell, shaking and pale, whispered the name we had all buried deep in fear and shame. Humans. The room fell silent. For centuries, humanity had been locked away, not by force but by agreement, a universal pact. After the last war, the one where they turned a sun into a weapon, everyone agreed, never again. Humans were dangerous, unstable, a force of nature that didn't play by the universe's rules. So we isolated them on their dying little planet and erased their coordinates from every star map. Now they were our last hope. We didn't know what to expect. Would they answer? Would they help? Or would they remember what we did and let us burn? They answered. The human ship that arrived wasn't grand or glowing with divine power. It was a jagged patchwork beast of metal and fury. No greetings, no pleasantries, just a message. You asked. We came. Stay out of our way. Commander Jules Rayner led them. Her eyes looked like they'd seen the end of everything and didn't care. She didn't ask for a seat at the council. She didn't care about our gods. She barely looked at us. What's the threat? She asked. We showed her. A void in space. Blacker than black. Not even light escaped. Where it moved, life ended. Not killed, unmade. Jules didn't flinch. That's not a thing, she said flatly. That's an anti-thing. That's why you're losing. You're trying to fight what doesn't exist. We didn't understand, but the humans didn't wait. They deployed. Their weapons weren't elegant. No harmonics, no sentient energy, no sacred geometry. Just brutal raw science mixed with something else. Something old. Rage. Chaos. We couldn't tell. We watched them dive into the dark, their ships burning against the black like sparks off a forge. We begged them to wait, to plan. They laughed. In the void, human ships started vanishing. 1, then 5, then 12. Jules never blinked. They're learning, she said. And so are we. Then they unleashed it. The weapon they called the Lazarus engine. We don't know how it worked. The gods screamed when they saw it. One of them even tried to flee the galaxy. It didn't get far. The engine tore a hole backward. Not in space, but in consequence. Where the void erased, the Lazarus engine remembered. It rewrote reality, stitching dead systems back together with human willpower and quantum scars. But it wasn't enough. The void was endless. The humans were not. Jules called for something else. Something worse. We begged her not to. She didn't listen. The last vault opened. From it came him. A man, or what was once a man, held in cryo since the first solar war. The one they called Ash. Not a name. A warning. Ash didn't speak. He didn't need to. He walked into the core of the Lazarus engine and merged with it. The stars wept. And then, the void blinked. It had a will, a mind, something ancient and hateful. It noticed Ash. It tried to run. Ash followed. We don't know what happened next. No sensors could record it. No minds could survive it. But when it ended, the stars stopped dying. The gods returned, silent, shaken. Jules stood before the council, bruised and burned. We didn't do it for you, she said. We did it because we were bored. Then they left. No demands, no payment, just silence. We don't talk about humans anymore. Not out of fear, out of respect, and because we know, one day, the stars will bleed again. And when they do, we will call them.